Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Derby Twins baseball tonight. We're on a couple minutes earlier than normal, but we're on anyway and ready for tonight's doubleheader against the Great Bend Batcats. Should be a couple good ball games tonight. We hope we can get them in. There is a possibility of storms later in the evening. We had a front that came through. It hadn't cooled off much. It did. It was 105 with a heat index of 112 yesterday. And today it's in the mid 90s. It's pretty humid right now, but we have had a front come through with no moisture that basically we're in the mid 90s right now, and we've got a wind blowing in probably from center field at about 15 to maybe 20 miles an hour. So that could play a factor in the hitting game for either team. So we'll see what happens with that tonight. The Twins are still striving to get a NB National Baseball Congress World Series berth. We don't have it yet. We have not qualified yet. It may go down to the last day or maybe the day after. We're not positive about that, but I think if we can keep winning, we'll have a good shot at getting into the tournament. There's only, I think, 2 spots left in that tournament. I know they're leaving one open for last minute to make a decision on it, and hopefully we're in consideration for that. I did talk to the people who run the National Baseball Congress in Wichita, and we are being considered. So we don't need to drop the last 4 games anyway. We do need to. We would like to win them. We've had a good year, good summer. We can. They've got a bid out already for the first half winners. Is the Hayesville Aviators, who will play twice tomorrow night and Thursday, and they also have a bid to the national champions, who won it last year, and they also are in first place right now, the Hutchinson Monarchs. The Kansas Cannons are also in the running for a tournament berth, and we'll see how all that shakes out because they still have, I think, 4 games left. I think Hutchinson still has 3 games left, and the Twins still have 4 games left. Kind of this doubleheader tonight. Now, this doubleheader here, this will be, just so you know and you're not confused, the first game will be credited to the second half standings, as it were. The second game will be a first half standings game. That was, if you remember right, we played out there one night, got rained out the next night, and had to come home without playing. So the second game will actually go against the first half standings, but the overall standings also, just to keep it clear and just to make sure all the paperwork is done properly. So that's what we're looking at tonight is a doubleheader. It'll be 2 7-inning games, and we'll be back out here again tomorrow for the game. I'll tell you about tomorrow's game. It's against the Hayesville Aviators. We will not broadcast that game. That game, again, will be heard on KGSO Radio 1410 AM. It's in Wichita, Kansas. They will be doing a broadcast similar to the one they did earlier with us, with the Twins playing. I think that might have been in Newton. I'm not positive, but Keith will have that set up where you can go into our website and pick it up, or you can scroll the internet and find KGSO 1410 AM, Wichita, Kansas. So either way, you can pick it up. It's still a 7 o'clock start, but we will not be broadcasting that game on Derby Twins YouTube tomorrow night. We will, the final game of the season, we will obviously be broadcasting that one. So we're getting ready to go. The umpires have come to home plate. We have not had a coaches meeting yet, but that's coming shortly here. And I'll go over the starting lineups before we get started here. And we'll start with the visiting Great Bend Batcats tonight. Leading off and playing shortstop will be number 12, Jesse Ponce. Batting second, the catcher, number 15, Jet Creel. Hitting third, the first baseman, number 30, Cooper Smith. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 16, Kyler Horseman. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 9, Ian George. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 2, Kyle Walker. Excuse me. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 11, Tyler Stulsatz. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 1, Cade Goki. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 13, Joey Marker. The starting pitcher tonight for Great Bend will be number 25, I believe it's the right-hander, Andrew McCarthy. So that's how Great Bend will start. Got a frog in my throat here, a little allergy today. Pardon me if I kind of go off a little bit and get a little gravelly. We'll try to make it. I got a big swig of water over here. So the Twins will start off with this lineup. Batting first, left fielder number 2, Tyler Otts. Batting second, the third baseman, number 5, Caden Richards. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 7, Cade Shelton. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 15, Richard Gutierrez. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 8, Kyler Warren. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 34, Nolan Ganner. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 14, Holden Pantier. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 35, Nolan Hershock. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 39, Alex Dabrowski. The starting pitcher tonight for the Twins will be number 37 from Cochise Junior College, Luis Diaz. Hope Luis can give us a good start here tonight. We're just getting ready to come out with the first pitch tonight. Our first pitch is Sharon Milklows will throw out her first pitch. She is the owner and sponsor of Stress Busters Therapeutic Massage in Southeast Derby, Kansas. Sharon, we're ready for your pitch, and they just got her done, and we're about ready to go. We'll tell you a little bit something about Stress Busters. It's located at 1747 South Osage, Suite A in Derby. Therapeutic massage is a systematic healing art of soft tissue manipulation, skin, and muscles, which brings an impressive range of benefits to your health and your overall well-being. Call them at 316-393-6274 for an appointment, or visit StressBusters, capital T, capital M.com. And we're ready for your national anthem. The teams are out there, so we'll pause for our national anthem. Who's on it tonight? Yeah, let's get Mitch up here and get this thing started. All right, I meant Mitch, I meant Matt. Hello again, I'm back for the ball game here. Get my headset all rearranged here. I don't want to be heavily breathing on you, so we'll try to get that situated, and I think we got it now. So we are just about ready for the start of tonight's ball game. Again, the wind's kind of blowing in from left field, left center, coming in across the diamond or toward home plate a little bit. It'll be tough for a right-handed batter to get a ball out of here to left field or center field, but I think you can probably, if you pull one to right field, you can probably still ride the wind a little bit out that way. So, taking the mound tonight is Luis Diaz. He'll be pitching to Richard Gutierrez. And we'll go around the infield with Caden Richards at third base, Kyler Warren at shortstop, Holden Pantier at second, and Nolan Ganner at first. In left field will be Tyler Otts. In center field, Alex Dabrowski. And in right, Nolan Hershak. My phone number up here in the booth to text me with anything you want to talk about, ask, or make comments on, or just shout out. 316-992-3623. Again, 316-992-3623. Again, to remind you, this will be a 7-inning game, as will the second one. We hope the weather holds off until we get done tonight. And we'll see tonight. Leading off for Great Bend to start this ball game off, batting left-handed, will be the shortstop, number 12, Jesse Ponce. Twins playing about straight away all around the field here to start this ball game, and we'll see what Luis Diaz has. First pitch is a little high, ball one. I believe this might be Lewis's first start for the season, as we're running a little shy on pitching, but we'll be okay, I hope, anyway. There's ball two low and in the dirt. One of the nemesis of the Twins so far throughout this campaign of 2024 has been the base on balls. Hopefully we can keep that to a minimum tonight. There's a strike fastball right down the pipe, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Had a little thunderstorm roll through here early in the morning. Didn't get a whole lot of rain out of it. Had a leak in the tarp. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on a fastball. Had a leak in the tarp over home plate, and we had to do a little work on the right-handed batter's box. But as you can see there, it's in pretty good shape. I was out walking on it a little bit before the game, and seems to be in pretty good shape. So everything else is looking good as far as the dryness in the dirt. As you can tell, the Twins are in their white pants and cardinal red jerseys trimmed in gold. There's a swing and a miss, and he struck him out on a ball that was low and inside. Probably was a ball, but he swung and gave us a strikeout on it. So that's the first out here in the first inning. Jet Creel steps in. He's the catcher tonight. He's wearing number 15, left-handed hitter. The Batcats are in white pants as well, with Columbia blue jerseys trimmed in navy blue. First pitch is ball 1 from Luis Diaz. Second one is strike 1. Diaz looks in for a signal. He's got it. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2 balls. 1 strike, 1 out. We just underway here in the top of the first. Fouled back and out of play for strike 2. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Grounded foul over by the Great Bend dugout on the first base side. And the count stays the same, 2-2. Ground ball, third baseman. Cade Richards across the diamond, and for the second out, that ball was hit right down the line. I mean, it was like maybe just inside the line by a few inches, and it just rolled straight over and jumped over the top of the bag. Wasn't hit that good. It was hit, and Cade had to pick it up and make a throw and got Creel by a couple steps. That brings up Kyler Horseman, the center fielder, left-handed hitter. First pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Luis Diaz on the mound, right-hander. Nice little curveball, stayed outside, but I would say a curveball is more of a slider. And it's 1-1. Stretch and the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Here's the stretch and the 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball to left field. This is going to drift foul. No one's going to be able to get to it. It's kind of hitting no man's land out there, and count remains 2-2, and we'll do it all over again. Two-two pitch on the way. And boy, that was close. That was a kind of a backdoor slider that must have missed the outside corner, but it was pretty close. But that doesn't count. So 3-2, 2 out. Comes the payoff pitch. And he walked him. Ball was low and outside. So first base on balls of the game goes to the Great Bend Batcats, and this is Kyler Horseman. That was Cooper Smith that was batting. I kind of skipped over him. Sorry about that. It's Cooper Smith that gets that first base on balls. First pitch, and it must have been inside. Ball 1. This is Horseman. He's a center fielder, number 16. Inside ball 2. Come on now. This is what we don't want to do. Got to throw strikes. Got to get these guys out. Got to use your defense. Use your fielders. And it's inside ball 3. When you start throwing pitches, when you start throwing a lot of balls, you start walking people, that's the fielders sometimes have a tendency to kind of go back on their heels, and we don't want that to start here. So 3-0, after getting the first 2 outs, you walk the next guy, and there's strike 1. And then now he's 3-1 on the 4th hitter, Kyler Horseman. Here's the stretch and the pitch. There's a line drive right back at Luis Diaz, and he makes the catch, and that's all for Great Bend in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. There's no score. The Twins coming up. We want to thank David Spacek with American Family Insurance for sponsoring our hot dog night tonight. You can visit them on 622 North Mulberry Road in Derby, or call them at 316-788-1526 for any of your personal insurance needs. Twins also want to thank Caden Richards' parents from Las Vegas for spoiling the ladies here with Merle Norman Cosmetics. Visit their local studio at 6112 West Central in Wichita, or online at www.merlenorman.com. See Sandy at the concession stand if you're a host family member or or a player parent family member who would like to try some Merle Norman products. On the mound is Andrew McCarthy. He's kind of a sidearm. He's kind of a slinger. Goes down halfway sidearm and tries to sling it. We'll see what he's got. McCarthy's another one of those local Barton County Community College players. Of course, Barton County is the home of Great Bend, so you can see why they have several of their guys. Here's Tyler Ott steps in. McCarthy working out of the stretch. And here comes the first pitch to Tyler Otts. In there for a strike, fastball. Swing and a miss, strike two. Stretch from the belt. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside. Ball one. Come on, Tyler, start us off here. 1-2 pitch on the way. There's a line drive, base hit left field down the line. Let's see if Tyler goes for two. Coming over is a left fielder to make the play, get back into the infield, and Tyler Otts is on with the leadoff single. He did not try to take second base on that and force his way anyway. So here comes Caden Richards steps in. Caden had a home run last night. There's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the first pitch to Caden Richards. Way outside, ball one. Say last night, it was 2 nights ago. We didn't play last night. 1-0 pitch, way outside, ball two. 2-0. Richard Gutierrez is on deck. No, excuse me, Cade Shelton's on deck. Richard was just standing out there swinging the bat, and then he walked back, and Cade Shelton took the place out there. So, 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. There's a fastball in on the outer part of home plate for strike one. There's the stretch. 2-1 pitch on the way. Bat to throw over to first base. And on his back standing. There's the stretch. 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive foul down the first base line and into right field. Yeah, it looked like that may have been a hit and run right there, and they'll come back and do it again. Caden Richards looking at Coach Flax down there at third base as he goes through his signs, as is Tyler Otts at first base, and the 2-2 pitch will be upcoming. Here we go. Ground ball, could be two. Oh, goes through in the center field as the shortstop could not come up with it. And I guess that's a base hit. It wasn't an easy play. I just thought he would make the play. The ball got out there a little faster than I thought it did. But anyway, that'll be a base hit for Caden Richards, and we got runners on first and second with nobody out, and Cade Shelton comes to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. There comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a curveball that is a strike two. That ball was on the outside part of home plate. So quickly, Cade Shelton goes down into the count. So 0-2. Needs to move the base runners here. And Ball didn't miss by much. Might have been a little bit low. One-two pitch from McCarthy. And boy, I tell you, that's some good umpiring by Cade Shelton. As that ball, I thought that one was going to be called a strike. It wasn't, but count goes to 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball three. He's trying to find that outside part of home plate, and evidently he hasn't found it in the last two pitches. 3-2. I don't know if anybody will be going here, but there's always that chance. We'll see what happens. Nope. Ground ball at second base. Up with it. It's only he's. Oh boy! He called him out at second. I thought he was safe, but I don't know. The tie evidently does not go to the runner anymore. So we got runners on first and third with one out. And Richard Gutierrez steps in. Tatarot's on third. Sheldon on first. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. Over to throw over to first base, and Cade Sheldon back standing easily. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low, ball one, ball two. Twins got runners at the corners. Need to do something with them here. Need to put the ball in play and keep out of the double play. There's a pitch to Goody. Fouled off, and it's 2-1. Richard Gutierrez is leading the Twins in hitting. Present time, he is hitting .382. 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball three. Three and one. Could possibly be sending the runner from first. We'll see what the pitcher does here, if he goes to home plate or not. It doesn't go. Strike two on the outside part of the plate, and we're full count with one out. We'll see if Sheldon takes off from first base here, trying to stay out of the double play. 3-2 pitch on the way. Ball over to throw over to first base, and back is Sheldon. Set and ready for the pitch. There's a long fly ball. This one would be foul and way out of here, way foul. That's out on the street. So 3-2. Again, I didn't see if Sheldon was going there, so we'll have to wait and see this one. Here's the stretch and the pitch. And it hit him. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I guess that's going to be part of the bat, and he hasn't motioned him to first base yet, and Richard's trying to shake it off. Ball hit his, I don't know, hit his hand or hit his arm. I couldn't really tell. It's his throwing hand. He is going to go to first base. And now here comes Roger Ward. He thinks it hit the bat. So Roger Ward, the head coach and GM of the Great Bend Batcats. I hope his hand's okay. Now Ward's going to ask the umpire to go out and talk to the other umpire and see if he can get that call changed. And so they're going to discuss it. The home plate umpire. Now they're saying he's staying on first. So 1 out now, and Kyler Warren comes to the plate. Bases are loaded with Twins. We need to do something if we can. And while Ward's out there, he's going to make it a full day of it. He's going to, after he gets done with the umpire, he's going out to talk to his pitcher. So he's getting a little trip outside the dugout and talking to his infield as well as his pitcher. So Kyler Warren will step in. Kyler's been hitting the ball pretty well here lately. But Kyler, we just want, all we need is a base hit and anything but a double play. Or a strikeout or a pop-up. Anything other than those will be fine. Kyler Warren hitting .333. It's had a solid year. First pitch, outside ball 1. Stretch, here comes the 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike. Everything coming in from McCarthy's a sidearm delivery. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, this could be 2. And second for 1, over to first, and the Twins squander 3 base runners as that's a double play to end the inning. That's not good. Let's see if they can come back and play a little defense now. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Go to the top of the second, no score. Got a text coming in. Let's go Twins. We want playoffs. We were watching from Arizona and Mexico. And I wonder who that is. Identify yourselves a 480 area code. I'm not sure who that is. So let us know that too. Luis Diaz back out on the mound for the second inning. It'll be Ian George, Kyle Walker, and Tyler Stulsatz, the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Great Bend. Ian George steps in. He's running the DH role tonight. Number 9 right-handed hitter. We'll see what he has to do with Luis Diaz. Here's the first pitch. Fastball inside part of home plate, strike one. Fastball on the outside part of home plate, and strike two. 0-2. We could sure use a good, strong performance from Luis tonight. Outside. 1-2. That must have been a waste pitch. There's a line drive, base hit. Little slider that dropped in over the middle of the plate. So that's the first hit for the Batcats. Here's Kyle Walker. Walker playing third base tonight, left-handed hitter. Looks down at Roger Ward and going through some signals. Caden Richards comes in about even with the bag, maybe a step in front of it. Here's the first pitch, fastball high, ball one. Richard Gutierrez is back out catching, so I know he was shaking that hand off pretty much when he was on base there throughout his time on base, but he came out to catch in the first inning. We'll see what happens here. Ground ball foul outside first base, and it's 1-1. Twins will entertain Hayesville for the last two season games, last two games of the season. But tomorrow night and Thursday night, Wednesday night 7 o'clock. That one's on KGSO radio, 1410 AM here in Wichita. There's the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Outside, 2-1. And stretch. Here comes another throw over to first, and it's fairly close. Runner a little slow getting back to first, but he did get back, and it counts 2-1. There's the pitch. Foul ball out of play, left side. Count evens up at 2-2. Got the pleasure of having Aiden Duggan in the press box tonight doing the scoreboard. No smiles from Aiden anyway. 2-2. Curveball stayed out a little bit. 3-2. Need to make this guy hit. Double play would be a nice thing to happen right now. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And it's high outside, ball two, and the first two runners are on, which is not good news for the Twins. Let's see if we can get this guy out. George goes to second. Walker at first with the second base on balls of the game in as many innings. Tyler Stolzatz, the left fielder, takes in. Here's the first pitch for him outside. Ball one. Come on, Luis. Let's focus a little bit. Don't try to overthrow. Let's just get what we can here. Here's a stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. And I will tell you this, Stolzatz is listed as a pitcher. So he's one pitcher in the starting lineup tonight, and there's another one. I'll have to let you know who that is in just a second. Diaz looks in for the signal. He's got it. 1-1 pitch on the way. Inside. Boy, he's not giving him anything on that inside corner. So, ball two. Let's use those fielders. Come on now. Nobody out. Top of second. 7-inning game. Ground ball third. Can't get it. Can't make the play is Caden Richards, and that'll be an error on the third baseman. That loads the bases. Here we go. Come on, Twins. Let's get them out like they got us out with the bases loaded. That'll be an E5 just on a routine play. Walker. Ground ball. Third base, shortstop, second for one, first, and got him, called him out. Close call, 1 run scores. Coach Ward's not very happy about that, but there's not a whole lot he can do. So runner comes to third base, and that's all we got on there right now with 2 out, as it was a 6-4-3 double play. There's Joey Marker. First pitch in there for a strike. Inside, ball 1. Here's a stretch, and here's Luis Diaz's pitch. Fouled back to the screen, and it's 1-2. The thing I remember, we went up to Great Bend to play them in that first game up there, which we got beat, and they handled us pretty well. We didn't play very good defense all night long, but we left the bases loaded in the first inning, and it haunted us. It kind of changed the face of the game. And that's a called third strike. That was a delayed call. But 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Twins error and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. The score, Great Bend 1, Derby 0. Sure would like to thank all of our team sponsors this summer. The support of our community is vital to the Derby Twins organizations. Please thank our sponsors when visiting them. Tell them that Twins sent you. Of course, donations for our program are always appreciated. It never costs a lot of money to play baseball in the summertime at this level. Special thank you to our players' batting practice shirt sponsors, Duggan Supply and Miller Electric. They're sharing that. I always want to thank the host families. We couldn't do it without them. They're a big part of this organization. They open their families, their homes and their families to our guys for a couple months, maybe a little bit over if we get to play in the NBC. So, thank you for all that. Let us know if you are interested in being a host family. Contact myself or anyone around the program, and contact Vicki Hardaway. She's the host family coordinator. Leading off is Nolan Ganter, playing first base tonight. Big number 34, right-handed hitter. First pitch coming to Nolan. Outside, ball 1. Nolan hitting .333 also right at the present time. There's a line drive foul in the right field over the bullpen on the right side. And it evens counted 1-1. Here's the pitch. Line drive foul on a curveball that was kind of hung up there a little bit inside, and he jammed him with it. Nolan pulled it down the left field line, foul, and is in the hole 1-2 to McCarthy. Here's the pitch. He swung strike 3 on a curveball and no connection. So that's out number 1. Here's Holden Pantier. Had a big night last night offensively. Or last night, Monday night. 2 doubles and a homer. Fastball inside, ball 1. On deck is Nolan Herchok. Here's the stretch and a pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-0. Swing on a pitch. I don't think he fouled it, but it went back to the screen, went underneath the catcher, and it's 2-1. Hampton hitting 261. In a slump for a while. It's kind of come out of it now. We'll see what he can do tonight. There's the stretch, and here comes the pitch. In there, strike 2. Pantier taken on that one. And the count's even at 2-2. And that was a called strike 3. There's nothing wrong with that pitch. And those are my pet peeves in baseball. Are called third strikes. You just don't have a chance if you don't swing. So, first 2 strikeouts for McCarthy are in this inning. And here's Nolan Herchok playing right field tonight. Here comes the first pitch to Nolan, and it's low for ball 1. Two and 0 count on Pantier, and then the next 3 are strikes. So there's a strike on the outside corner. That may have been even off the outside corner. So 1-1. I see Nolan tattoo one here. Inside, did it hit him? No, it hit the umpire. And he jumps out of the way, and he's okay, but he felt it. So 2-1 is the count. Catcher goes out to talk to the pitcher a little bit to give the umpire a little time to gather himself. And we're about ready to start back up here. Twins down 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1. Alex Dabrowski would be next. 3-1 pitch. Fouled off and out of play, and the count's full. Full count pitch. Fouled back to the backstop, and we'll do it again. As Nolan Herchok hangs in there with a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. There's a line drive base hit right up the middle. Good piece of hit by Herchok on that. Here's Alex Dabrowski playing center field tonight. Here's the stretch. Herchuk leads away. First pitch, fastball high, ball one. Fastball fouled right straight back to the screen. 1-1. And here's a throw over to first base, and back is Herchuk. Stretch, here comes the pitch. Curveball dropped in there, 1-2. Alex Dabrowski, a big kid, about 6'4", maybe 190, maybe. Ground ball, second base. He's up with it. Over to first, and that's all for the Twins in the second. No runs, a hit, no errors, one left. We go to the top of the third inning in this 7-inning game. The score, Great Bend 1, Twins nothing. And we'll be right back. Okay, back here in Derby, we go to the top of the third of a 7-inning game. Twins down by 1-0. Twins have out-hit Great Bend 3-1, but Great Bend's got them on the scoreboard by 1. Just try to, we walked 2 so far, 1 that's come around to score. So, those base on balls, they'll kill you every time. We go back to the top of the lineup for the Batcats, the Great Bend Batcats, as the shortstop, Jesse Ponce, will step in. Come on, Luis. Ponce struck out his first time. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on, fouled down to the coach at first base, who makes the play and tosses it into the dugout. And it's 0-1. Fouled over toward the Twins dugout this time. And the count goes to 0-2. Give me a holler. Let me know you're listening. Tell me what's going on. 316-992-3623. 316-992-3623. Outside, ball one. One and two. And he struck him out again for the second time. About the same pitch, too, as the first time. Down and in. And here's Jet Creo. He bounced out to third last time. Kind of hit a snake down to third base, hugged that line, and Richards got to step behind third base and across the infield to Ganner. There's a ball outside, ball one. Stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Come on, throw strikes. Get your infield a chance here. Outfield a chance. He's got his sign now. He's ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Outside. 3-0. Come on now. Luis Diaz is a good pitcher. He's got a good arm. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. And that's 4 straight balls. Third base on balls. 1 in each inning so far. Here's Cooper Smith. Left-handed hitter. He walked his first time. There's the stretch. And here comes the pitch outside, ball 4. All 4 pitches have been in the same place. It's in there on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. Runner leads away at first. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. No throw over to first base, and back in time is the runner Creel. Cooper Smith, first baseman, up at the plate. Outside, ball 2. Outside, ball 3. So Louise is going to have to change something up here to do something a little different, because everything right now is outside. 3-1. There's a strike, I thought. No, that's ball 4. I'm not sure where that one was from. There goes Andrew Prevey, pitching coach, out to the mound to visit with Diaz. As we've had 2 walks in a row, it's important that we can get a few innings out of Luis Diaz tonight, but he's going to have to throw some strikes, or it's going to be a tough night. Coach Prevey has had his say and is heading back to the dugout, and here comes Kyle Horseman, the center fielder. So runners on first and second with 1 out on 2 walks. Sure could use a double play ball right here. Stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 1. There's a foul off to the right side now to play. Counts even up at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Sliced foul outside of first base. And it's 1-2. Kyle Horseman batting fourth. He batted fourth last night. He also is a pitcher. And strike 3. The ball was down and away. So that is the fourth strikeout actually for Luis Diaz, and that helps. But we can't give them anything else right now. Here is Ian George. He singled his last time and scored. First pitch in there for a strike. Good pitch. Runners on first and second, 2 out. We're in the top of the third of a 7-inning ball game. And let me see, did he go? Nope, he did not go. So it counts at 1-1. One pitch on the way. And almost threw it to the screen. Nice backhand to stop by Richard Diaz, or Richard Gutierrez. Luis Diaz almost threw it to the backstop. So 2 balls and 1 strike. No reason to overthrow here. Just got to do what you can do. Let your fielders help you. Here comes the pitch. There's a pop-up to first base in foul territory. Nolan Gantner underneath it makes the catch, and that's all for Great Bend in the 3rd inning. No runs on no hits. There were no errors and 2 left. So after 2.5, Great Bend leading this thing 1-0. Again, the Twins would like to thank our host families for providing homes for our players who come from various states and country. Let us know if you are interested in becoming a host family. Call me, Jeff Wells, contact me, or contact Vicki Hardaway. My number, of course, is 316-992-3623, and I'll search out Vicki's number and give that to you here before we're through here tonight. Andrew McCarthy back for his 3rd inning of work. Got a text from Amy Herchok telling me that Cooper Smith of the Batcats has the first baseman for the Batcats actually played for Nate and Nolan's dad in Marlow, Oklahoma. Small world here. Hershocks are watching back in Marlow. Will be in Derby tomorrow night and or Thursday. Let's hope we don't get too much rain tonight. They're forecasting some rain, so I don't know what's actually coming in. I'm hoping we can get these 2 games in, but we will wait and see. Leading off top of the lineup, Tyler Otts. He singled to left his first time. Need to get something going. Need to get this leadoff man on again. See if we can move some people around. Score some runs. There's a line drive. This one's going to be foul off the left field line, and the count's 0-1. McCarthy's trying to keep that ball out of the way. That's a good way for Otts to hit. And there's one that's inside, just as I said that. So 1-1. Just goes to prove that I don't know too much about baseball. Sometimes I think I do, but I don't. Here is the pitch. Fouled off and out of play, and the count's down to 1-2. Twins need to make some noise, need to get some base runners, and umpire wants the baseball back from the pitcher and gets it, and I don't know if he's going to throw it out. I think he is. So we'll all set up and go with a 1-2 count on Tyler Otts, come on, be tough, Tyler. Come on now. Outside, ball 2. 2-2. Trying to paint that corner out there and didn't do it that time. Here's the pitch. And inside, 3-2 is the count. On deck is Caden Richards. Three-two pitch on the way. And called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. You can't let it go. I mean, I know you want to get on base, but you can't do it. That's the worst play in baseball. Here's Caden Richards. First pitch to Caden on the way. Curveball. Outside corner. Strike 1. So Andrew McCarthy's having his way with the Twins hitters after surrendering 3 in the first, or 3 base runners in the first, I should say, not 3 runs. Oh, 0-2 to Caden Richards. Cade Sheldon is on deck. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. What? Outside. Oh. Call third strike. Again, you can't take that call third strike. You just can't do it. You're helpless. That might have been looked a little outside to me, but you still got to protect the plate. Here's Cade Shelton. Right now, Mr. McCarthy for the Batcats is having his way with the Twins. There's a curveball, slow curve right down the middle for strike 1. Richard Gutierrez is on deck. Would be next if Cade can get on. There's a foul ball back out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. So he went to 3-2 with Otts and struck him out on a curveball and was called third strike. Went to 1-2 on Richards and struck him out on a called third strike. And he thought he had called third strike on Cade Sheldon, but it was ball, and it's 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off and out of play to the right side. And it's 1-2. Fouled back and out of play. That was a fastball. He's sure liking that curveball, and of course it's been pretty good to him too. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, Twins down 1-0. And called strike 3. He struck everybody out on called third strikes. That's a bad bit of hitting for the Derby Twins. They did not perform very well that inning. That's terrible. They forgot that we need to win this game. The Twins have struck out in the last 6 outs of the Twins. In the second and the third, 5 of them have been strikeouts. 4 of them have been called third strikes. That can't happen. That can't happen. I'm sure there's hopefully they're talking about that downstairs. I don't know. That's as poor of an inning that I can remember so far this season, of 3 called third strikes. I don't think we've had that this year. I don't think. We may have, but I don't remember. But I don't recall it, and I think I would recall that one. That's something that you remember. So we're going to the 4th inning, approaching the halfway part of this 7-inning game, with the Twins being down 1 run, and that 1 run is unearned. I believe it was had 2 out when the error was made at third, loaded the bases, and then they scored on had 1 out actually, and they scored on a double play ball. So we'll go back to the Batcat side of the order. And we'll start off with Kyle Walker, the third baseman, left-handed hitter. Walker walked his first time. Great Ben's got a closer that's has had a pretty decent year, and I bet you he'll be in this game by the 6th inning, if not sooner. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1, fastball. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and they threw into center field. And around first base is Kyle Walker, and that's a leadoff single for the Batcats. Here's Tyler Stolzlotz. He grounded into a double play, or was part of a double play. He got first pitch in there for a strike. Trying to read what we did here last time. He got on an error. He was the one who got on the error to third base. Runner leads away at first, 0-1 on Stolzlotz. Turns to bunt, the ball's outside. Ball 1. Luis Diaz pitched this last year at Cochise Community College out in Arizona. He is transferring to Ottawa University up in Ottawa, Kansas to continue his college career. Stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Turns to bunt and bunts it foul. And it's 1-2. We got to remember that this playing left field is Stolzlotz is a pitcher. So, to be that as it may, there comes the pitch. Nice curveball, strike 3 call. Nice pitch by Diaz. Here is Cade Goki. He did hit into a double play his last time. Runner leads away at first base. Here's the stretch, and here comes the pitch. And it gets by Richard Gutierrez, and the ball goes to the screen. That's got to be a pass ball there. That ball was catchable. And runner goes to second with there's a pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. No action in either bullpen right now. 4th inning, top of 4th. Swing and fouled off, rolls out toward Caden Richards at third, and tosses it back to the pitcher, and the umpire wants the ball. So well, he's going to keep it. Diaz says, oh, it's all right. So we'll see. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball. Up with it. Second base is Pantier, and over to first and second out as runner Walker goes over to third base. That brings up Joey Marker. He struck out his first time, second baseman. Let's see if Luis can deal with him a little bit. Outside ball one. Marker, the ninth hitter of the order for the Batcats. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Outside ball two. In there, nope, ball three. He says it's inside, and wow. 3-0. And it's ball four. So we got to get our walk in for this inning. So that's the fourth walk of the night for Diaz, and that is walking the ninth place hitter. And that goes to the top of the order with Jesse Ponce. He struck out twice, so we'll see if he can maybe do that again. Here's the stretch. Runners on first and third. Ground ball to shortstop. Up with it is Kyler Warren. Flips it to Pantier at second, and that's all for Great Bend in the top of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left. We're halfway through this 7-inning game. The Twins down 1-0. Of course, I was talking about the good relief pitcher that they have, the good closer that the Great Bend has. They don't really need anybody else right now. Their pitcher struck out the side last time, all on looking strikes, and so nothing wrong with him going out there. We'll see what we can do. Richard Gutierrez will be the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fourth. Richard was hit by a pitch last time on his hand. He seems to be all right. It'll be Gutierrez, Warren, and Gantner. And if anybody gets on, Pantier. Second time around through this order. Now the second time around through the order last inning was not good. So they've seen him, so they ought to be able to have somewhat of an idea of what they need to do if they have a plan. Here's Richard Gutierrez. Leading the Twins in hitting. Started the night at 382. Here's the first pitch. Ball one low. Fouled one off his toe on a pitch that probably was not a strike, but steps back in, 1-1 count. Fouled back and out of play, and the count goes to 1-2. There's a pop-up foul, and that will make it out of play to the right side behind the dugout at first base. So we'll do the 1-2 pitch over again. And he struck him out swinging on a pitch that was low. So after the last 2 nights the Twins have played, they have just stung the ball so much, and tonight they've looked anything but like hitters. Here's Kyler Warren. There's a curveball in for a strike. Warren hit into a double play, his only time up. There's a fly ball to right field. It's going to be caught. Right fielder getting under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Nolan Ganner. He's struck out tonight, his first time. Swings, didn't mean to, but he swung, went around, strike 1. Outside, ball 1. Oh, I called that a strike. I maybe a little low, but just calling it a strike as I'm looking and seeing that their closer going out to the bullpen now. So anyway, 2 out. And here comes the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Grounds ball, shortstop. It's up with a throw to first, and that's all for the Twins. And we go to the top of the 5th in the 7-inning game. Twins down 1-0, and we'll be right back. Once again, the Twins would like to thank all our team sponsors. The support of the community is vital to the Derby Twins organization. Please thank your sponsors when visiting their businesses. Donations for our programs are also appreciated. So we're going to the top of 5. Luis Diaz has done his job. He's only given up 1 run. And the Twins just haven't been able to cross the plate. They had the bases loaded in the first inning and haven't done anything since then. The Twins have tonight so far in 4 innings, they have struck out 6 times. Actually, yeah, 6 times. Here's Jet Creel leading off of the Batcats. Left-handed hitter, first pitch. In there for a strike. Outside, ball 1. There's a line drive hit to the right center field. This one's going to drive. Oh, he leapt and he couldn't catch it. It's going to be for a double as the ball went all the way to the wall. Alex Dabrowski had a headlong dive in the right center trying to catch it, but did not come up with it. Kershaw backed him up and played it off the wall, and we got a leadoff double for Jet Creel. That brings up Cooper Smith from Marlow, Oklahoma. Here's the first pitch to him outside. We got some action going on in the Twins pen. And we're starting to get a little action going on in the Great Bend bullpen, too. There's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Low, ball 2. Ball 3, low. Three and 0, nobody out. Top of 5, runner on second. 1-0 score, Batcats. There's strike 1 on a fastball. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Nope, it turns around and walks toward the runner who's leading off at second base. Cooper Smith has walked twice so far. There's a ground ball to first base and a foul. So the count goes full, 3-2. Fouled back. And the count still is at 3-2. 1 run, 3 hits. No errors for Great Bend. 0 runs, 3 hits. 1 error for the Twins. That's been and he throws it away, and the runner goes to third base on a wild pitch. So that's the third walk in a row for Cooper Smith. And runners at first and third with no out on a wild pitch. And Coach Flax goes out to the mound to visit with Diaz. Not sure who's warming up out there. It looks like it's Ryan Pace out there, but he's going to leave Diaz in there with runners on first and third. Number 16, Kyler Horseman comes in. He's lined out to the pitcher and struck out swinging. We need another one of those strikeouts. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1 inside. Ground ball in the hole at short. And into left field, runner scores. And that's a base hit to left. RBI single. by Kyler Horseman. Here's Ian George. Smith goes to second. And that's a 2-0 ball game now. Ian George. Ground ball. And Kyler, and they throw it away. Here comes another run. And there's a 3-0 ball game. Cade Smith cut off the ground ball, has headed toward shortstop, and he kind of backhanded flipped it to Pantier at 14. Pantier at second base. It was over his head and into right field, and run scores, and runners on first and second with nobody out. So that'll be an E5, and there's a bunt by Kyle Walker, and it's foul. So 2 runs in so far for the Batcats. Runners at first and second. And here comes the pitch. Ground ball. And that goes to right field. And here comes the runner. And no throw at second or at home. And the ball went to right field for a base hit. And another run scores. So now it's a 4-0 game, and the Twins are giving this one away right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. And here's Stolzlotz. He turns the bunt and bunts it to first base. Picking it up is Diaz and sacrifice bunt, and he's out for the first out. So runners move to second and third with 1 out, and here is Cade Goki. Infield in. First pitch, wild pitch, gets away. Here comes a runner, and the Twins have just lost their mojo, I would say. Runner goes to third base. It's now 5-0. So the infield is in. And their first strike, 1-1. Yoki's hitting to a double play and also bounced to second base. Fastball outside, 2-1. And sure as I said that reliever got up for Great Bend, now with a 5-0 lead, he's set down. Ground ball. Another run's going to score. Throws first and barely got him as the throw was just wasn't very hard. He barely got him. He just kind of lollygagged it over to first base. So 4-3 and an RBI, and it's 6-0. Two outs. Ball 1. Twins got their works cut out for them now. Ball 2, fastball, 2-0. Ball 3. Three and 0. And it's high ball 4. And here comes Flax. He's going to take out Diaz. Kansas Cannons are at Kingman tonight. No score on that one that I see yet. Let me see if I can refresh that, see if there is any score on it. Nope. The Twins are making a pitching change. It'll be Ryan Pasha. I'll say we're down 6-0. We're in the bottom or top of the 5th of this game. Really, Luis Diaz did his job. He maybe got a little tired maybe this inning. I don't know that for sure because he's got a lot of stamina. But the Twins just haven't done anything offensively in this game at all. All 3 hits, I believe. Yes, all 3. They haven't had a hit since the first inning. So we'll see how they come out of this. So Ryan Pasha goes to work here, and he'll be at the top of the lineup with Jesse Ponce with a runner on first base. Great Bend has scored 5 here in the top of the 5th and are leading 6-0. 6 runs on 5 hits. There's a line drive base hit to left field to greet Ryan Pasha. And runners on first and second. Here's Jet Creo. He doubled to start this inning off. There's a fastball inside corner, strike 1. Ball 1. Creel doubled to start this inning. There's a fly ball into left field, going out of the shortstop, and can't make the catch. Nice try by Kyler Warren. He really raced out there trying to catch that ball and just couldn't quite catch up with it. Kind of one of those no man's lands. The left fielder couldn't get there, third baseman couldn't get there either. But it's 1-2, and we'll see what happens here. Patient looks in for a sign. He's got it. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he fouled it off. Ponce on first as a base runner, Joey Marca on second base. And this is Jet Creel at the plate. There's a line drive. There's a base hit to right field. Here comes one run's going to score. It's going to make it 7-0, and the Twins can't get him out right now anyway. So that's an RBI single to right. And here's Cooper Smith. He walked his last time. And he hit him. So the bases are loaded, and we're not out of it yet. Here's Tyler Horseman. He singled and had an RBI this inning. Not a very good night for the Twins so far. Fastball high and tight, ball one. Maybe we can come back and get him in the second game, hopefully. Maybe we can still get him in the first game. We still have 9 outs to go through here. We're in the top of the 5th. Ball two. Right now, I'm not sure what's going on with the pitching. I mean, Pesha. There's a curveball for a strike. Ryan Pesha has a 2.07 ERA. He's done a pretty good job. He's only got 8 2/3 inning going into today. There's a foul ball out of play, and the count's 2-2. But right now, he's got his hands full. Bases loaded, 2 out. 6 runs home for the... There's a fly ball to right field. This should end the inning. Hershock there and makes the play, and that's all for Great Bend in the 5th inning, but that's quite enough. They scored 6 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and the bases remain loaded. After 4 1/2 innings, Great Bend up 7-0, and we'll be back. Well, Mr. McCarthy had a nice rest here, and he's going to come back out for the 5th inning. Maybe the Twins can shake things up a little bit. We'll see. Is going to check the radar and see where we at with any of these storms coming in. It says after 10 o'clock tonight, but I haven't even looked to see. So we'll check that out while we're waiting here. Well, nothing close to Wichita or Derby for that matter. So we're okay on that side of the coin. I'm trying to find something positive. Here's Holden Pantier leading it off. Holden was called out on strikes his first time and takes a called strike here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Nope, he didn't go, so it's 1-1. It'll be Pantier, Hershock, and Dabrowski. And if anybody gets on, back to the top of the lineup. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 2. We don't need to help this guy any. He doesn't need any help at all for right now. And inside, ball 3. 3-1. So let's see if we can get a leadoff runner on here. 3-1 pitch on the way. Grounded foul back to the screen. And the count's full at 3-2. This is how we started last inning with the 3-2 count too. Here it comes. And that's ball 4 inside. So Holden Pantier leads off with a walk, and that'll put the leadoff man on. And here's Nolan Hershock. He singled his last time right up the middle. That was the last Twins hit. That was in the bottom of the second. Pantier leads away. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Outside part of home plate, strike 1. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here's the pitch. Low ball. And we do have action in the Great Bend bullpen. Throw back to first and Pantier back. And it is their closer, 32, Julio Heredia. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1. And it's ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Nolan Hershock. Swing and a miss on what might have been ball 4. And now it's a full count with Nolan. And a throw over to first base and pretty close. Pantier backsliding in. Here's the stretch. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. There goes the runner, and it's ball 4. So the Twins open up with 2 base on balls and runners on first and second. And we'll see what Alex Dabrowski will have as Coach Roger Ward of the Great Bend Batcats takes a trip to the mound. He's going to talk to his pitcher. Got any comments or anything? Anything you want to ask or talk about? Try to answer the best I can. Start some fun anyway. 316-992-3623. 316-992-3623. Here's Alex Dabrowski. He grounded out to short his first time. See what happens with Alex. It sure could use a base hit right here. There's a ground ball to second base. Flips it to shortstop for a 1, over to first, and he called him out. 2 outs. That was quick. 4-6-3. Here's Tyler Otts, runner on third base. Otts had a single his first inning. First pitch, ball 1. And was caught looking his last time. There's a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Swin's on the wrong side of a 7-0 lead. And that's ball 2 outside. Outside, ball 3. Three and 2 pitch. Fouled off and out of play to the left side. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. Called out third strike. He went around, and they say he did. So that's all for the Twins in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. After 5, Twins down 7-0. Ryan Pesha comes back out to start the 6th inning. So we'll see what happens as Great Bend sends up Ian George, Kyle Walker, and Tyler Stulsatz. Here's Ian George, the designated hitter, right-handed hitter. His first pitch on the way from Pesha, and it's high, ball 1. There's a fouled back, and the count's 1-1. George has singled, scored a run, and he got on an error also. Two and 1. They struck him out. No, that's strike two. Excuse me. I thought that was strike three. Excuse me. Too optimistic here. The wind has died down to hardly anything at all at the present time. There's ball three. 3-2. 3-2's been a pretty popular count here in the fifth inning. The Twins had three of them in the bottom of the fifth, and now there's 3-2 to start the sixth for Great Bend. And ball four. So, first runner on with a base on balls. And here is Kyle Walker, the short third baseman, excuse me. Stretch from the belt. Here comes the first pitch from Pescia. Low ball one. Outside, ball two. 2-0. Top of the sixth inning. Great Bend scored 6 in the fifth, 1 in the second, and are ahead 7-0 over the Twins in the first game of a doubleheader, the 7-inning game. And there's a strike, and it's 2-1. We'll take probably a 20-minute break or so before we get back on the air for the game number 2. And there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Stuhlsatz is on deck. He bunted last time and had sacrifice. Ball 3 outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is how the previous inning started. Actually, it did not. It started with a base hit. There's a throw over to first, runner back. Three-two pitch on the way. Fouled back. Here is the 3-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball. Got it, long throw. And nice play by Kyler Warren. Went deep into the hole on a ball that wasn't hit extremely hard. It was not. It was he went on back in the hole, got it one motion, threw over his shoulder all the way to first base, and got Kyle Walker. Nice play by Kyler Warren. Runner moves to second base on the play. Here's Stuhlsatz. First pitch in there for a strike. Here's a stretch and the pitch. Ground ball, foul. Right at home plate. Oh, 0-2 on Stuhlsatz. Goki is in the on-deck circle. All right, wait a minute. We got someone who, well, is it Goki? Yes, it is. It's Goki in the on-deck circle. I thought someone was going to hit for him, but not. 0-2 pitch. Missed inside. And it's 1-2. There's a little pop foul fly back against the screen. And the count is still 1-2. Line drive inside, fair ball inside the line at third. Going to second is Stool Slots, and he slides in safely and drives in a run as well. So, good bit of hitting by Tyler Stulsatz as he doubled down the left field line. Here is Cade Goki. So 8-0. Great Bend. First pitch, ball one. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There comes the pitch. I'm not sure where that one was at, but they called it a ball. The catcher didn't move his glove, didn't look like to me, but must have been low. 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2. Caleb Coates, one of the assistant coaches for the Twins, is warming up in the bullpen. Here's the stretch. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fouled at home plate. And strike 3 call. Goki didn't like it. He's saying something home plate. He was walking toward first base, but he'll go have a seat, and he wasn't very happy about that. 2 out. Here is Joey Marker, the second baseman. He tonight's he's walked twice and struck out once. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch. In there for a strike. The Twins just haven't had it here in the first game. We hope we can get it back in the second game. There's a fly ball to right field. This will be out of play. Actually down by the bullpen. And 0-2. Oh, and 2 pitch, and it hit him. Here's Jesse Ponce back to the top of the lineup with runners at first and second and 2 out. There's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Low ball 1. There's a fly ball in the shallow center going back to the outfielder. Can't make the play, and another run scores, and they stop at second base. A bloop single for Ponce and an RBI. That one was hit. Dabrowski was coming in hard. Warren was going back, and it fell right between them, right where there wasn't anybody. So that'll bring up Jet Creel. Another run home. Now it's 9-0. Ball one. Ball two. Foul fly out of play to the left side, and the count's 2-1. Great Bend, 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Twins, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. Hadn't had a. Last hit we had was in the, I think, the second inning. Yes, last hit we had was in the second inning. And it hasn't been pretty on the offensive end, or for that much, really the defensive end either. Ball 4, and that's another base on balls. Here's Cooper Smith. Ground ball, shortstop. Flip it to second and makes the play. A throw that was wide. Nice catch by Pantier and be able to make the force out. So that's all for Great Bend in the 6th inning. 2 runs. No hits. Wait a minute. 1 hit, excuse me. And no errors. 2 men left. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Twins down 9-0. And we'll be right back. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the good guys have 2, 3, 4 in the order coming up. It'll be Caden Richards, Cade Shelton, and Richard Gutierrez. And if anybody would get on, Kyler Warren. New pitcher for Great Bend is number 32, Julio Heredia, from Northern Oklahoma College of Enid, Oklahoma, from Krugerville, Texas. And he's ready to go. Then Caden Richards will step up and see if we can get something going here. Got a pretty tall hill to climb, but we scored 9 in the first the other night against these Batcats, and I think we scored maybe even 8 or 9 in the third. I can't remember exactly what it was, but so it can happen. Curveball in for a strike. Richards taken. Another curveball right there on the same part, right on the outside corner. So it's 0-2. There's a little looper. It's going to fall into right field for a base hit. Heredia tried to throw a fastball outside to Caden Richards and wanted Caden to go fish, and he went and fished and caught one and looped it into right field. So that's the first hit since the second inning for the Twins. And here's Cade Shelton. Curveball right there in the same place as the other two, and strike one. If he can paint that corner, he'll be tough. Oh, and 2 on Cade Shelton. This one's outside. Ball 1. Outside ball 2. 4 or 5 of his pitches have all been on curveballs on that outside part of the plate, or off the plate just a bit. So 2-2. And he struck him out on a fastball. So that's one down, and that'll bring up Richard Gutierrez. Richard tonight has been forced out, and he got hit by a pitch in the first, and he's been forced out, and he's also struck out. So he's over 1 officially. Fastball high, ball 1. Caden Richards at first base leads away. Here comes the 1-0 pitch outside and gets away from the catcher. It's going to go back to the screen and be a wild pitch on Heredia. And going to second base is Cade Richards on the wild pitch. So runner in scoring position. Catcher goes out and is going to talk to the pitcher for a minute. And that's all he does, just for a minute. And Richard Gutierrez steps back in. Here is the 2-0 pitch. That's a ball on the or strike on the outside corner. 2-1. And there's a fastball in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catcher going outside again. And he struck him out. So that's 2 out. That'll bring up Kyler Warren. Kyler's hitting a double play and flew out to right field his 2 times. Here comes the first pitch to Kyler Warren. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 1-1. There's a line drive right at the left fielder. No, he can't make the play. He traps it. Here comes a run. It's going to score. And that's the first run of the ball game for the Twins. And it's 9-1. Nice base hit by Kyler Warren to left field. And an RBI. As Caden Richards scored. So, first inning with multiple hits of this game for the Twins. Or that's the first inning, I should say. There's a curveball drops. Gantner, who steps in, takes it for a strike. Gantner tonight has struck out and grounded out to shortstop. 0 for 2. And there's another wild pitch by Heredia and going to second base is Kyler Warren and puts another runner in scoring position. And that's a wild pitch. One pitch, swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes. And it's, call strike 3 on a ball that looked like it was a little more outside than what the umpire gave it credit for being, but it's still called strike 3. So that's all for the Twins in the 6th inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. So we go to the top of the 7th with the Twins trailing at 9-1. Okay. Caleb Coates, assistant coach and player coach. He just graduated from Friends University this last spring. As he played outfield and pitched a little bit for him. And he takes the mound, and he's ready to throw. Take a little bit of pressure off this pitching staff a little bit. So we'll see what he can do for this 1 inning. Here's Kyler Horseman, the center fielder, leading off here in the top of the 7th inning. He's singled, struck out, flown out, and lined back to the pitcher. He's 1 for 4. Here is the pitch. In there for a strike. Next pitch, ball one. 1-1. There's a line drive base hit to left field. Tyler Ross on it and gets it back into the infield. That's a leadoff single for Kyler Horseman. Here's Ian George riding the DH role tonight. He's walked, been on an error, and has got a hit. Here's the first pitch to him. In there for a strike. Like to get a ground ball here, if possible. And there's a ball, wild pitch gets away from Gutierrez and goes to the screen, and down to second base goes Horseman. So Caleb's coach kind of taking one for the team here in the 7th inning. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. High, ball 3. 3-1. Oh, man. He called that a strike for the Great Bend pitcher, but didn't give him the strike. So there's a walk, and runners on first and second with nobody out. There's the first pitch. Inside, ball 1. There's a pop foul fly that's out of play on the left side. 1-1. Runners first and second. Stulsatz is in the on-deck circle. Ball 2. 2-1. And a wild pitch goes to the screen. Runners go to second and third. Three balls, 1 strike. And it hit him. So, bases are loaded, nobody out. Hit batter. And here's Tyler Stulsatz, pitcher playing left field, who doubled his last time up down the left field line. So we'll see what happens here. Infield playing back. Fly ball foul and out of play to the left side. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. There's a line drive. That's going to be a base hit, and 2 runs will score at least, and maybe 3. As the Twins can't come up with the ball, 3, and they score, and 3 runs are going to score. As I don't know what happened out there. They just couldn't come up with the ball, and it's a double for Stool Slots, and three runs batted in. So the Twins are wearing it here. We beat Great Bend Monday night 21-7. And stepping in is the right fielder, Cade Goki. There's a fly ball to left field. This should be caught. It's right at Tyler Ott. He makes the play for the first out of the inning. So there's one out. And Joey Marker comes in. There's the first pitch to Marker. Outside, ball one. There's a strike. Strike one. Runner on second base and Stool Slots. Ball two. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Throw to first. And there's two outs as the runner Stool Slots goes to third base. One and one. To Ponce. Outside. 2-1. Great Bend has scored 3 runs this inning. Here's a strike. 2-2. Actually, that ball was outside farther than the previous pitch, but that's okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a wild pitch. And that makes it 13-1 as the runner comes scoring. 3-2. Well, the Twins are trying to make it to the NBC tournament, but this is really not the way to do it. And strike 3. So we go to the bottom of the seventh. Twins down 13-1. It would take a miracle or major proportions or a lot of hitting. So we'll see what happens. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back here for the bottom of the seventh. The Twins need 12 to tie. And 13 to walk it off. And it'll be leading off for the Twins will be Holden Pantier. He has walked and struck out looking 0 for 2. Be Pantier, Herchok, and Dabrowski. Here's Heredia's pitch. Ground ball. One hop to third base. Long throw across the infield. And that's out number 1 for the Twins. Here's Nolan Herchuk. He's got one of the 5 Twins hits. And he's also walked. First pitch taken, fastball, strike 1. Ball 1. 1-1. Fouled off out of play, and it's 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Curveball. 2-2. Kind of a roundhouse curve. You know, he doesn't really change speeds too much, that I can tell. But he throws hard. There's a fly ball to center field. Drifting back is the center fielder. He's got room and makes the play, and it's out number 2. Here comes Alex Dabrowski. Dabrowski tonight has hit a double play and grounded out to shortstop. Curveball drops in for a strike. And another curveball drops in for a strike. It's 0-2. Twins down to their last strike. We'll see what Dabrowski can do here. 0-2 pitch. And he caught him looking for strike 3. And that's the ball game. The final score of game 1 of this doubleheader is Great Bend 13, Derby Twins 1, and we'll take about a 20-minute break and come back and get underway with game 2. So we'll take a break here, and we will be back to you here as we get closer to the start of the second game. Final score, game 1. Twins lose it 13-1 to Great Bend. See you here in a little while.